We
Just read.
no. We started the meeting already.
Okay.
I'm also right now on Facebook. As we are on Zoom right now, we are also on Facebook. So, good evening, everyone. This is Russell for us, and today we are going to be sharing an important topic, which is actually a way to get free money. I know a lot of people like, free money. The topic that we're going to share today is the self-employment tax credit. I know a lot of people have heard about it. A lot of more people know about it. Some people even come to me or to my team to ask us to, talk to them about this important topic. And, sometimes we can go on one-on-one. At the beginning, we really didn't want to work on it because we're focusing on more opportunity. But we thought that, we were thinking that, it's a good thing to help people to take advantage to something that is still available. Because if it finally runs out the way if it finally runs out, I'm not going to be proud of myself to not have been able to help people that are considered friends or customers, not to be able to be there to help them to understand what it is and actually let them know how to get, or even let them know if they're eligible. Okay, so that's the reason why we decided to actually have this this meeting today, so we can share a little bit the history behind the self-employment tax credit. When we talk about the history, you understand what it is, and then we will share with you, who is eligible. Can, like any taxpayer, just apply for self-employment tax credit? That's why we're going to discover. And now, how to apply for it, like how to claim if it's free money. So how to claim? Do we just stay there and the government just send the money in our bank account, or do we have to do something? That is what we are going to share today. So if you have heard about it or you don't even know what it is, it's very important for you, especially if you are self-employed or business owner. You need to know, you need to wait, and pay attention to what we are going to do right now, because whenever somebody is going to ask question about this topic, I will just redirect it to this live. Maybe it's going to be a pay webinar, because I'm going to explain a lot of stuff here. Some stuff that you might have to pay, to consult with a CPA that knows about it, for you to be more knowledgeable, maybe for you to apply. So today we are going to help you to basically understand what it is, but also let you know how to do to get it. One thing is to understand, the other thing is to get it. Okay, but the first thing is to understand, because if you understand, you're in the safe place. You are not doing something wrong. When you are doing something lawfully, you do it, you invest yourself. But if you think that is some type of makeup stuff, you might be scared, right? In getting involved to it. That's the reason why I was thinking that we should have this meeting, and it's also an opportunity for you guys to ask questions, right? Because when you listen, you may be like, okay, what about this, what about that? And some people are just going to sit there at the end of the meeting and they will call me and they won't be able to get me on the phone. They will get mad. Yeah, these are the opportunity I give to my people, to my community, to be able to speak one-on-one, because most of them is very hard to get the hold on me. Without further ado, self-employment tax credit. So what it is, let's go and let's dig into it. What is self-employment tax credit? The idea behind the self-employment tax credit is something that came up during the COVID. Okay, for those who were watching me or following me during the COVID, I was telling people not to risk their life to go out to work when there's a COVID. Yes, because there were a law that was allowing people to actually stay home and get paid. But the trick is that was more for those who are working on the W-2. Okay, so later on, a portion of the CARES Act, if you remember what the CARES Act is, portion of it was allowing even the self-employed people or business owner to stay home. Because listen, if a 9 to 5 worker is staying home, he knows that his job is going to pay him. But somebody was doing Uber, he will be like, if I stay home, like, how am I gonna pay my bills, right? But at that time, I was talking about, if somebody goes back to 2021, 2020 on one of my videos, I have like a big live where I was explaining the name of those laws, those dispositions, how much you can even get paid, like how to calculate. I share about that, but I didn't focus too much because I thought that people were not interested. But it happened that now those money that was set aside to help people who were home still there, and we noticed that only people working were staying home. A bunch of people, self-employed people, didn't even know that they could have stayed home and get paid. And that is where advertising start to be around this credit. In fact, to remind those business owners and self-employment people that, hey, listen, during the COVID, if you had to stay home, initially it was because you have a COVID or your child has a COVID, but over time the government actually passed other law to actually make that money more available to almost everybody. So basically, what do we have to know here? We have to know that the self-employment tax credit is basically a law that was passed during the COVID to allow people, when I say people, I'm talking about people who are eligible to get this free money. Stay home, not working, and get the free money. So if I explain like this, somebody will be like, okay, now who is eligible? Right? Who is eligible? Basically, the person who is eligible is, first of all, somebody who was a business owner or self-employed. Like, it's not every single taxpayer that is eligible. Like when I'm helping some people, and he will be like, okay, can my wife also apply? I'm like, okay, like, does your wife also have business, or did she have business during the COVID? No, she's just a normal W-2 worker. And I'm like, no, she's not eligible. She's not eligible. To be eligible, the first thing is to be a business owner. When I say business owner, to have been business owner during the COVID, because that's the time the government will collect the data to see if you are eligible and like how much you can get, right? So the first thing is to have been in business. If you are being in business or self-employed during the COVID, 2019, 2020, 2021, yes, you are eligible. You are eligible. Now it's a matter of how much. You might be eligible, and now you are eligible. The amount you're eligible for is $2, right? Or is $20. Now it depends. I'm not sure if we're gonna go into all the detail on how to calculate it. We have a meeting on Saturday or Friday. I'm gonna share the link here. We'll have another meeting where we will, break down how to calculate. Like, you will be able to calculate yourself to see if you are eligible or not. Okay? We'll be able to show you where to look for, how to even break down, so you can know exactly that this is what makes me eligible. I will tell you how to check if you are eligible, but if the amount is negative, because you could be eligible, but when we look at the data, when we calculate everything, it gives you a negative number. That means you are eligible, but eligible to get zero, right? So basically, who is eligible? Any taxpayer that is a self-employed or business owner is eligible. I have to add that the person should have been business owner or self-employed during the COVID, meaning 2019, 20, and 21. But you guys have to hurry up, because portion or part of this is already running out, because we used to use the tax. I'm trying to jump into how to apply for it. Okay, let me just jump into how to apply for it. Okay, I guess I have explained what is the self-employment tax credit and who is eligible. Now, I also have to add that in the eligibility, you have to be able to say that you were home because of the COVID. When we say because of the COVID, either because you had COVID yourself, or you were taking care of somebody who had COVID, or maybe your child had COVID, or maybe they shut down the school and you were at home because you have to take care of your child, even though she doesn't have COVID, but the school is closed, so you are staying home to watch her. Or or maybe the government just shut the city down, shut the country down, and you were home. Okay, so that eligibility is very easy. Okay, as long as you are a business owner or self-employed during the 2019, 20 and 21, you may be eligible because chances are that you were home during the COVID. Even though you didn't have a COVID, maybe you were home when the government shut down, right? So that is how you know you're eligible. Now, the amount of eligibility, I'm going to share that portion during the next live, which will be on Saturday at the same time at 8 p.m. If you want to know about how to calculate or how to even discover if your amount will be positive or negative, stay tuned to the next video that will be next live video that will be on Saturday. And we will share with you guys the link, to book, because I'm actually also on Zoom, meaning if you have to ask a question, either you can use Facebook as you are on Facebook now, or you can also use the Zoom. But sometimes Zoom is better because on Zoom, I'm sharing my screen and stuff. So what is self-employment tax credit? We went to it already. Who is eligible? I also explained who I'm sharing my slide on Zoom. So who is eligible? The person eligible is, I just said, everybody who was self-employed or business owner, single member business owner during the COVID. Yes, you'll be eligible. So up to this point, do you have a question? You can also ask your question by typing if you're on Facebook, or you can talk if you're on Zoom. You have a question, Brenda?
No, I don't.
Okay. Okay, that's good. That means it's good. If you don't have a question, that's a good thing. That means everything is being digested very well. The last part, not the last part, because I'm gonna talk about how to get help and stuff. So the last, also wanna open the floor for somebody who has question on the Q&A session at the end. The last part, the last main topic here is how to apply. Okay, so how to apply. So if you remember, I said that you are supposed to be you are supposed to have been a business owner during the COVID, and I also said that the government used the data from that period to see your eligibility and get you the money. Now, how to apply? The application, in fact, consists on a simple thing. I know people have been coming to me, yes, I applied. I'm like, yeah, like, what's the evidence? What's the copy of your application? Like, what copy? Or maybe the person just sent me an email that shows, yeah, your application for SBA went through. No. To apply for this self-employment tax credit is a simple thing. It's just a matter of amending your tax return for those tax years to claim the credit. When you hear tax credit, it means it's basically money that is received through your taxes. It means that you basically have to go through your taxes. When they say tax credit, in other words, you have to amend your tax to claim it. Basically, you amend your tax to claim those days off that you took because you didn't have no choice, right? That is how you apply. So you have to apply, but like I was saying, we are running out because you have been applied using 2019 or 2020. 2019 runs out already. The statute of limitation, after 3 years, you can no longer amend your taxes. It's past. 2020 is already past because we are 2024, right? If you go 3 years back, you cannot reach 2020 if you go 3 years back from today. That means 2020 is already off the table. 2019 off the table. You can no longer use 2019. You can no longer use. You can no longer amend your 2020 to, to claim this credit. So next week, on Saturday, I'm gonna explain, how to calculate when were you supposed to be off and so on, because there's a specific period of time when the government says you have to be off. But basically, everybody was home during those times. So yes, to apply for it, you have to amend your taxes. So if you are watching this and you are like, okay, oh yeah, I heard about that and I even applied. To know that you have applied, you have to have in your hands the copy of your amended return. Either it's 2020, maybe you applied last year when you were still, able to amend the 2020, because in 2023 you could have been able to amend the 2020 to do it, to claim the credit. So you have to have a copy of your 2020 tax return, and on that copy it should show the amount that you should get. It's not with your mouth that somebody will tell you, oh yes, I think you're eligible of $15,000. No, they have to show you on your document, on the copy of your return, how much you are eligible. And this is not something you can make up. Okay, it's not like like during COVID when people were just going out and creating businesses to apply for EIDL or PPP and stuff. No, there's nothing you can do right here. You are not. I'm just telling people. And next week I'm gonna help you not to fall into a trap and not to be a victim of the IRS. Somebody will tell you, I'm gonna, you can have 15,000 because he's gonna go there and put numbers that does not exist. You are amending your taxes. If your profit, if your income was $30,000, it cannot change today. It's still going to be $30,000, and they're going to calculate based on that. If your income was $30,000, and now because you want to get $15,000, the person applying for you is going to put that your income or net income is like $40,000 or $50,000, so you can get a lot of self-employment tax credits. That is a very dangerous path to take. When you are applying, first of all, the person has to give you a copy of an amended return. When we help people to apply, when we even get the amended ready, we share the copy with them before we even submit. We share the copy with you. We tell you what line, where you need to go to see the amount, your eligibility. And before that, we even calculate how much you are able to get. And now when we go there and process the amendment, we send the copy to you and we direct you to where to look for how much you're eligible. Okay? So yeah, so I need to warn a lot of people here that when I talk about, I have a plan, I'm like, okay, how much did you get? I'm eligible for 6,000. Okay, did you receive a copy? So which copy? I never received anything. I just, send the person my tax return. I never receive anything back. That's very dangerous. Not all the people advertising the self-employment taxes can even apply for it, because you have to be a CPA tax professional to do it. That means they will go it and maybe they will pass your document again, maybe to a CPA that knows how to treat, how to claim this credit. So again, not all the sites that you see out there are even people that do, because a lot of those people will contact me to prepare, or my team to prepare or to claim this credit for them. They just know that they can collect information from you guys and pass your information wherever they want to pass on, and tell you, okay, this is when you get this amount, this is what you're gonna pay me and stuff, and you say yes, you don't get nothing back. That is very dangerous, because two things. The first thing, when they amend your taxes, you have to have a copy, because you should be able to know if the copy is really amended into the IRS site or no. Okay, you have to know even the status of it, even the status of your amendment. You have to be able to check online or with the IRS to know the status of it. And last thing I want to say here before I share some important links is that the time is also running out, because after this month, next month, the IRS will stop accepting electronic amended return. You know, the amended return used to be only manually. Now the IRS has introduced the way to file an amended return electronically. That's the faster way to file your return, whether it's your tax return or an amended return. So next month, the IRS will no longer, that means you will also lose the possibility to even claim this tax credit now, unless, because I don't want people to come and say, yeah, don't say that because, you know, we are still on 2020, 24, it's not after 3 years. Yes, the only option that people will have will be to file a paper return, and that's the big headache. When you send a paper, especially a tax return or an amended return to the IRS by paper, it can take a year. They have not even seen it. It can take sometimes up to a year. You call, they don't even know what you're talking about. Sometimes you even send the paper again, they don't know what you're talking about. Okay, but maybe it takes some time, over time, and maybe they see it. So the best way to do it is to do it easy and faster. Do it electronically. Once you submit it, if it's rejected, you know after 24 hours, you know, if you call me to know the status of it, I can check. Yes, it was accepted, or it was rejected. Oh, the social didn't match, the child you put that didn't match, this didn't match. Okay, we're gonna fix it. If it's accepted, it says accepted. It's just a matter of staying calm and wait for the IRS to process it and send you the money, just the way that they process your tax return and send you the money. So yes, this is everything I had to say here. The next thing is, you know, we are on the Q&A section. Who has a question? It could be, you know, online, on Facebook, or on the Zoom. You have a question? I'm not seeing any questions so far. I'm not seeing any questions so far here. Brenda, on Zoom, do you have a question?
No, I don't have any questions. The only thing that I'm wondering for a friend of mine is what if someone hadn't filed at all?
What if?
What if the person never filed their taxes and
okay, that's a good thing. Yes, that's a good thing. It means there are two things that are going to be done here. The first thing, we are going to file it. So we're going to file, if it was my team and I, we will file it first without claiming it. So you can see the impact of it. We will say, okay, let's just file your taxes 2021. We prepare it and we give you the result. After the result, we now claim this credit, because I told you this is a credit that should have been claimed long time during the COVID, but a lot of people just didn't want to claim, because you cannot come to me and are forced to claim something that you don't even want, right? You have to come to me, hey, I heard that this is available. Can you check if you can also claim it in my taxes? Yeah.
But what about the deadline? So then, if that's the case, then they would have to then file it.
You have to file it this month.
So they would have to file it.
Yeah.
And then the deadline would have passed, and then you'd have to do it by paper.
By paper, which is a pain in the ass. Yes. So you have to do it. You have to prepare it, like ready for submission. You see the numbers. Now we add this to it, so you can see how much additional cash you can get. This is a refundable. Refundable means that they have to give it to you, whether you owe or you don't owe. It's a money that's supposed to be given. When it's not refundable, if you don't owe on the taxes, you don't get it. Okay, when we file it, they say non-refundable taxes. You know, we are a whole tax and accounting business. So when the tax is not, when the credit is not refundable, it's like portion of your child tax credit is not refundable. Some people don't know. It's like, yeah, I put my 2 kids, how come I'm not seeing nothing on my taxes? Yes, because they were nothing for you to take to get the full credit. You only got portion of that tax that is refundable. There were no tax owed that could have been used to, that the credit will have been used to offset that tax that you owed. Okay, so this is a refundable credit.
Can you have the credit for more than be able to carry the credit for more than 1 year?
Yeah. Okay. Like I said, you can get the credit.
For how many years can you?
No. The credit you could. Some people apply for in 2022. I mean, last year they were using 2020. They were able to claim the credit on 2020. Portion of it was claimed, not all. In this year 2024, they can also claim the other portion that is inside 2021. In 2023, there is not 22. It doesn't exist anymore because 2022 we were already far away from the COVID. Yes, so basically you could have filed your 2021 and 2020 return and claim it on it. You file the 2021 or so also, you also claim it on it, but you claim based on what you already claimed, because I can calculate the maximum amount, but lucky at this time we are still working on helping people to claim even what they were supposed to claim on 2020 and they didn't claim. So we are helping them to claim right now. Not all the professional and CPA and tax professional and accountant know how to actually claim it right now. So yes, at this time we will actually check. What we do is we check on all the return 2020, 2021, maybe 2019 to see how much maximum you could get, and that is what we apply for you. And you can also do it yourself. You can go to your, if you are listening to me, don't come to me because we already have our recurring customer that we have the preference to work with. You can go to your own CPA or accountant and ask him to help you. It's only if he doesn't know how to do it, because like I didn't want to do it, okay, but I knew how to do it, but I didn't have time because I was busy on the other things. But when I checked on my customer file, I see like 200 people that are eligible, because like I said, I know how to calculate. When I look at your numbers, I know you're eligible or no. Okay, I'm like, these people, some of them came to me, I didn't have time. I'm gonna feel bad if everything expired and I didn't go after them. Okay, that's the reason why we are more like working with the people that we already know, we are doing business with. If you are watching this, just go straight to your accountant or your CPA or your tax professional, tell him that you want to apply, and he should be able to explain to you. Give him your tax return, he will calculate. But now if you're not sure, maybe you can come to me for me to say yes, he did it right, because this is the formula. And during this, I will share one of the meetings. I will share with you guys how to even do it. But the trick is that even though you know, it's just good that you know that somebody will do right, because you cannot do it. You are not a tax professional. You have to use software to claim it, to send to IRS. Otherwise, you're gonna be doing it paper filing, which will take you like 2 years before they even see it. Yes. So Brenda, you guide. If you want to move on, you can come in. And right now I'm sharing on on the Zoom the link to book a 30-minute consultation. I don't know if you can see it.
Not at the moment.
Okay.
Not at this, but it's okay.
Okay, I'm gonna share.
I know how to get in touch with you.
Okay, that's good. She said she knows how to get in touch with me. Okay, that's good. Yes. Okay. And for those who will need maybe a second opinion on what was already done, I will share on the comment section or description of this video. a link to book a free 30-minute free consultation with my team or I to be able to actually explain to you what your situation is, how much you are eligible, how much you can get. So when you go for someone to do it for you, you can know this is what I need to get. So that if the person makes you receive, like, let's say I say you're eligible for 3,500, and somebody tells you, oh, you could be eligible for 9,000. You have to ask the person, how did you come up with 9,000? That's the trap every taxpayer, I mean, most of them just fall into. Because somebody tells you, okay, I can help you to get 15,000. Ask him. Because when the IRS comes after you, he's going to ignore you. He's not going to say he didn't know you. Because he's going to make up some stuff in your taxes. And it's going to be on you. So if I explain to you and I'm going to tell you how you came up with this, some people even came to me and I print out on the paper, I explain to them, ask them, so how did that come? What was the basis for you to come to this amount? Don't just say, oh, I'm eligible for 15,000. When am I saving it? Is it gonna be direct deposit or is it gonna be by check? Please, I need money so bad. No. When the IRS comes after you, sometimes it's a crime. If they can prove that it's intended, it's a crime. It could be a mistake, but it's also a crime. So do not do that. So yes, you have to be careful with those things. You cannot change anything. During the COVID, some people were going there and just creating company, to do it, but you cannot do that right now because you don't have to change nothing in your numbers. You cannot change your number to claim the self-employment tax credit. Remember, we are in 2024 and we are talking 2021. You cannot go there and change your gross income unless you have all the evidence in place. Yes, it could have been that you forget to account for maybe one of the 1099 that was sent to you, or you forgot. Some people came to me with some document that they forgot to claim, and the IRS remind them to claim it. Yes, you can do that, but do not just go there and change your gross income or change your expenses because you want to get a bigger basis that will help you to get a higher amount. Do not do that. Okay, somebody is eligible for 200. I tell you, you are eligible for 200. Okay, you are eligible for 10,000. I tell you, you're eligible for 10,000. I don't make it up. I just figure out how to calculate and figure out how to claim it for you. Okay, so I think that was it for today. Like I said, if somebody needs help, I will share on this video or on the description how you can get a 30-minute free consultation where you can ask additional information. And every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday, we're gonna have a meeting on this topic until it expires. Okay, so you're gonna see this face every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday at 8 p.m. Get ready if you have questions, because we go through more detail, like what's the benefit, what is it, what is it not, okay, like how to calculate it, like how to check it. We're gonna go on live so we can go and check for it. We take live cases, we do it together. So some accountant can also learn how to do it for themselves or even for their own customers. Okay, yeah, that's what I dedicate myself to when it comes to this program, because I think that is something that people need to take advantage to. Until then, see you on Saturday. Ciao. It was a pleasure. That was wonderful. Good night. Ciao.